welcome back to the Epic Storm. Today we are playing the namesake deck of this channel. I am Bryant Cook, and if you're a supporter of our channel, a frequent watcher, whatever, you may have noticed over the last month or so I've uploaded 13.0, 13.1, 13.2, and today we're playing 13.3. If you're a supporter of our Patreon, the Epic Storm, or I'm sorry, I guess it would be patreon.com/the Epic Storm, you would have noticed after the Legacy Pit open, I uploaded a sideboard guide for 13.3. That's actually not the same deck list that we're playing today. I've never played that deck list. It was pure theory. And what happened was, at that event, I watched Tony Scapone, who's been on this channel a dozen times, crush with Echoing Truth. And I watched Tony win with it, and then I played the next round, and I had a Chain of Vapor in my hand against Moonstompy, and I couldn't help but think to myself, well, if this was the Echoing Truth I just saw Tony use to win the game, I'd actually still be in this. So I came home, I decided to make a 1-1 split with Chain of Vapor in the sideboard. I pushed a sideboard guide to Patreon. I was like, this is what I'm going to play. Well, I started talking with Alex McKinley, and Alex actually had a pretty good idea. Alex used my own knowledge against me, right? What a jerk. I'm kidding, of course. Alex is a great friend of mine. We work together all the time. And Alex's idea was, what if we didn't play Carpet of Flowers, which blew my mind. So about 2 years ago at this point, it's been a while, Alex sort of pushed Carpet of Flowers onto me. And I hadn't tested it in almost a decade at that point, but Alex really forced me to try it again. And Alex was right. Alex clipped that audio clip. You were correct. I was wrong. I hope you enjoyed that. And Alex got me to play Carpet of Flowers again. Well, Alex over the weekend was like, well, what if we didn't play Carpet anymore? And blew my mind. I couldn't believe it. So Alex wanted to cut Carpet, which is just really shocking to me. So if you look at 13.2 over here, you'll notice 3 copies of Carpet in the sideboard. Well, today we have 0. And why is that? So when I suggested cutting Ponder from the Epic Storm for Mishra's Bauble, Alex immediately got the idea why, because it makes Galvanic Relay better. And we both agreed that we should stop boarding out that slot because we're trying to maximize Galvanic Relay. So we couldn't board out the the Ponder slot anymore. So we started boarding out Rite of Flame for Carpet of Flowers, and that never really quite sat right with me. Pun not intended there. And I didn't like the idea of boarding out Rite of Flame for a slightly better mana fixer in Carpet of Flowers, and it always felt a little bit odd. And Alex agreed with that, but Carpet of Flowers is so good, how do we possibly cut it? Well, Alex brought up over the weekend that it's not actually that great of an upgrade if we're trying to maximize Galvanic Relay, because we really want the Rite of Flames in our deck. That's what our deck list is about, is accelerating into this relay. So what if we just didn't board in Carpet of Flowers anymore and then use those slots to improve matchups in other places? So the first slot we both wanted this back. This was like the 16th card we wanted the whole time, Grapeshot. So it gives you some flexibility against things like Collector Roof, Reanimator, because they put themselves really low on life total. And then the tertiary thing is that it gives you a way to beat Veil of Summer. Not that that actually came up for me. The entire last like 4 or 5 months when I haven't been playing Grapeshot, I think I've seen like 1 Veil of Summer. It honestly wasn't that many. So we're adding Grapeshot back in. It's not for Veil. It's for Collector Roof, Reanimator, all that stuff, because Reanimator's through the roof in popularity right now. So we are playing the Grapeshot again. And then Alex wanted to look at Moonstompy. So we were looking at Echoing Truth. We had that 1-1 split between Chain of Vapor and the Echoing Truth, and we were looking at that. And Alex is like, okay, well, we have 2 slots. I don't know what to do with them. Do you have any ideas, Bryant, in order to make this matchup better? So Alex wanted to add in another Chain of Vapor with the Echoing Truth. And I mentioned Crash because it's so good with Wishclaw Talisman. So what is Crash? If you're completely unfamiliar, this is an instant, not a sorcery, so you cannot get it with Burning Wish. Not a possibility. It's an instant, you sideboard it in, but you retrieve it with Wishclaw Talisman. And then you could sacrifice a mountain to destroy an artifact. So essentially you're just tapping and activating that Wishclaw for an answer to Chalice of the Void, which is really what we're looking for, with no tempo loss whatsoever. So that's why Crash is so good. And then I said, well, if we're trying to beat Moonstompy, I'd like more than 1 just because the card is so effective against them. Naturally drawing it is also incredibly good. So I said, hey, why don't we play 2 Crashes? And Alex said, that's pretty interesting. But if we're playing 2 Crash specifically for Chalice of the Void, I said I think that we should go back to 2 copies of Chain of Vapor over the Echoing Truth. As good as the Echoing Truth in theory is, if we're playing 2 dedicated answers to Chalice of the Void, I want Chain of Vapor for a quick Deafening Silence answer, because that's really why we want the card. You want to be able to play things at different tempo speeds. So Chain of Vapor is for those early Deafening Silences, so you can bounce their permanent before they can land their Thalia or Collector Roof or whatever they're trying to do. And then you have Abrupt Decay for being slower. If you have 1 Chain of Vapor, there's 1 fast answer in your deck, and then you have Abrupt Decay and Echoing Truth on the similar speed ratio, where Crash and Chain of Vapor are both very, very quick. And that's one of the things we love about those cards. So we're playing 2 of each permanent removal spell in our deck. And I like this list quite a bit. I've played it in 2 leagues so far. It's been great. Huge fan. So I'm sorry for our Patreon supporters that have been using the 13.3 deck list that is outdated already. I'm going to make a new 13.3 sideboard guide with this, and that will be published to our Patreon as well. So thank you to everyone that supports us. I really do appreciate it. Thank you to Alex McKinley for this concept. Yeah, that's pretty much what I have. I hope you enjoyed this explanation deck tech. I hope to see you in the first round. Don't go anywhere. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. You can also show your support by becoming a member of this channel. You get sweet perks such as badges, emotes, exclusive members-only content, and access to our members Discord section. As you increase the tiers, there are other rewards such as shop discounts, sideboard guides, early access to videos, and even free donation decks. Click the join button down below to find out more. We also have other ways you can support us, such as theepicstorm.com/shop or submitting a donation deck via theepicstorm.com/donation decks. That's enough for now. Let's play some Magic. Welcome to the first round. We are on the play. No idea what our opponent's playing. I'm going to try this out though. Opponent keeps 7. So we actually are pretty close to the Ad Nauseam Brainstorm Bobble trick. So I'm going to main phase this Brainstorm to see if we can find some additional mana to set that up. Alright, so we're going to start off on Underground Sea, cast this Brainstorm. We're a mana short. I could try to set it up for the following turn. Or I could do it in my next upkeep as well. Okay, so I'm going to put these cards on top. Lotus Petal, Lion's Eye Diamond, Mishra's Bauble, pass the turn. So this is going to be pretty cool. We have an Ad Nauseam in our upkeep. It reminds me of the old Mystical Tutor days. Bloodstained Mire, Volcanic Island. Main phase of Brainstorm. Are we playing the Mirror? Our opponent said that they're a huge fan in the chat. You never know. But Bloodstained Mire into Volcanic Island definitely feels like the Epic Storm. We see a Lotus Petal. Okay. Lion's Eye Diamond. Dark Ritual. Okay. That's a Wishclaw. We're going to spin the wheel on Echo. Okay. Do I want to Veil here? I think that I do. Unfortunately, I'm drawing the Ad Nauseam. I mean, it doesn't really matter because we're resolving Echo anyway. They have 1 black. Bobble. Mox Opal. Can't imagine I'm starting this league with a TES mirror. How wild. From Mox. And Prince Veil of Summer. Galvanic Relay. 11 cards is pretty good. The problem here is that they're not protecting themselves from a Grapeshot. I mean, from a Tendrils of Agony. They don't know that I have Grapeshot in my deck. Let's look at their top card. Wishclaw. Target them again. I'm pretty close to being able to peer into the Abyss. That's what I'm looking to do here. So we're going to draw 3 cards on our turn. Okay. Opal's decent. Brainstorm. So let's play out the Opal. Throw Mox. think I'm supposed to imprint a Burning Wish. So if I cast Rite of Flame 2, 4, 7, 8 with the land drop, I'm 1 mana short. So I'm going to Brainstorm here, see if I can hit that extra mana. That should do it. Guess I'll put back a Wish Claw. Fetch, go to 19. Dark Ritual. Play this other Opal. Keep this one. Rite of Flame. Tap this Opal for mana. Hold that control key. We're going to go straight into the Abyss. Yes. Grab the Pier. Target myself. And here we go. And our opponent has conceded the game. We have won game number 1 of the Storm Mirror. And one of the biggest things about the Storm Mirror is we have the Secret Ace in the sideboard. We have the Grapeshot. So another thing about this matchup is Galvanic Relay is kind of stinky. It's just not really what you want to be doing. We can punish our opponent for poor sequencing with Crash. So we're going to try that out. Think I want the Thoughtseize. No, do I? Yeah, I guess we'll do this. Hit submit. On the draw for game number 2. Sure, let's keep. I doubt we're going to be able to keep this hand for long anyway. Alright, they've kept 6 cards. Lotus Petal, Lion's Eye Diamond. Lion's Eye Diamond. Mismatching diamonds. That's offensive. Brainstorm. They've resolved the Brainstorm, Misty Rainforest, Lion's Eye Diamond number 3. Echo of Aeons. Wow. I'm not long for this world, that's for sure. Yep. All the mana in the world, any tutor kills me. Ooh, they're just passing the turn. I just have to pass the turn here. They couldn't kill me last turn, so I have to assume that they don't have the payoff. They're passing back. Okay, so I'm 1 mana short of victory at the moment. I have to imagine that they're sitting with a Veil in hand, so I don't want to play a card that allows them to cantrip, so I'm just going to play this Burning Wish. Grab the Peer into the Abyss. Pass the turn. So like you could play Thoughtseize into a Veil there. They get to stop your Thoughtseize and they get to draw cards, so you're 1 step closer to death. Come on, no whammies. Land. Okay. Rite of Flame. Probably just dead here. Yep. I'm not going to show them the Crash. So I could try to get my opponent and hope that they're bad here by destroying the Wish Claw. I'm not going to do that. They play Veil of Summer. And they had 2 more in hand, so I was correct on my Thoughtseize assumption. And they drew Wish Claw for turn, and now I'm just dead. I'm not going to make them go through it. We can just go to the next one. Okay. A little bit of a bummer there, but we'll be just fine. Submit. On the play for game number 3. Absolutely not. Here we go. Heck yeah. Turn 1 Pier. Good games. Grab that Badlands. Lotus Petal. Lotus Petal. Lion's Eye Diamond. Lion's Eye Diamond. Add some mana this way. Hold that control key. Cast Burning Wish. Black. Black. Click OK. Yes. Grab Peer into the Abyss. I hate how they make it so small. It's like they're begging for a misclick. And that's how we do. Mox Opal. Lotus Petal. Lion's Eye Diamond. Lotus Petal. Let's tap this for a black. Dark Ritual. Dark Ritual. Thoughtseize you. I think they're conceding. GG's. Oh, we apologize. There's an error apparently. But is the error that we won? It might be. It might be. Well, I'll see you in the second match. I need to figure this out. Moxfield.com is the easiest way to build a Magic deck online. They support over 30 formats, including Legacy and many other Eternal formats. There are so many options to view decks the way that you want, from text view to individual cards, mana value, and even card price. There's also light mode and dark mode. My personal favorite feature is card tags. This way you can sort cards by function. Moxfield supports collection tracking, Scryfall search, decklist feedback, and so much more. Follow me on Moxfield.com so you can stay updated on all of my decks. Match number 2, we've hopefully solved that issue. I have no idea what our opponent's playing. Here we have a turn 3 Ad Nauseam. No backup, nothing else going on. I mean, it's great if our opponent's on, like, lands. Unknown opponent. I'm going to keep it, which might seem a little bit odd, but my thought process here is you have to put your opponent on being on the most probable deck in the format, which would be Blue-Red Delver. It's about 20-ish%, a little bit under now, according to MTG Goldfish. So if they are on Delver, we have 4 lands. We can sit here, we can make land drops, we can establish ourselves, and then just try to draw into a Veil of Summer. Mountain. So Moon Stompy. Draw. Well, that's a claw. Let's try to cast it. I hope it's just like goblins or something and not the Chalice of the Void deck. What are you playing, Jay, on the draw? There's a Saga. Okay. Painter? Gotta be Painter. Yeah, it's Painter. Okay. I will put that into my spreadsheet. Well, I was rewarded for my keep. Echo of Eons, a card I wanted to draw there, actually, because if you think about it, that is a 6-drop that is not in my library at the moment. Hold that control key. Add some black mana. Ad Nauseam. Hit that 3 key a whole bunch. 3 is yes, 4 is no. Okay, keeps hitting. We're at 9, 6. We can flip again. We're at 4. Let's stop there. Mox Opal. Bobble. Add a black. Mox Opal. Add a red. Rite of Flame. Rite of Flame. Dark Ritual. Rite of Flame. Dark Ritual. So much mana. Burning Wish. Yes. Grab that chicken tenders and cast it. Game number 1 over Painter has been secured. Begin sideboarding. So here, come on, card view. We want Abrupt Decay, we want these Chain of Vapors, but we also want these newly added crashes. Alright, so we're going to take out Veil of Summer now, which is a card we were leaving in previously because it does stop Red Elemental Blast, but now with 6 answers, you can just board it out, it's fine. And then 6 for 6. Pretty cleanly how that works, right? It's almost as if it was planned that way. Hit that submit button. Okay. I mean, if they have a blast, this is a hand that wants to echo. I think I'm going to keep it anyway. They took a mulligan. Ancient Tomb. Thorn of Amethyst, huh? Pretty good against my hand. We drew the echo. Okay. We're going to pass the turn here. There's a Saga. 3 mana available. Painter's Servant. Yeah. Draw. Okay, we didn't draw a land. I'm just going to pick it up from here. They have the Saga to get Grindstone, and I'm 2 turns away from winning. So turn 1 Thorn got me. We can just go to the next one. It's fine. No changes, resubmit. Game 3, we are on the play. So I'm likely to go Petal Brainstorm, put back 2 lands, or land Chrome Mox, so I need those 3 to be pretty good. Is that better than just leveraging the London Mulligan? I think you should just mulligan. Very good hand, keep. So you might be thinking, like, what's the play here? Is it Echo? I think you're actually supposed to just empty and say, good luck racing me. So we're going to put this Brainstorm right on the bottom of our library. You need the Urza's or the Mishra's Bauble for Metalcraft purposes anyway, so I don't think you're allowed to bottom that. I guess that's my point. Bauble, Opal, Lion's Eye Diamond, Dark Ritual, Bauble, or I'm sorry, Opal. Keep the new Opal. Tap it for a red. Hold that control key. Okay, it's being weird. Add red. Burning Wish. That resolves, okay. We're gonna grab Empty the Warrens, also incredibly small up in the corner. And 14 Goblins. Good luck. Upkeep, let's bobble them. They have a land. Once upon a time. They reveal an Urza's Saga, which would be too slow in this circumstance. They play a mountain. Goblin Welder. Okay. Draw off the bobble. Draw for turn. If I can draw an artifact, or draw a red source, I mean. Get in for 14. I guess it doesn't matter, because, like, they have to win here in order for, like, the Dark Ritual would have needed to be a fetch land, I guess, or, you know, drawing a mountain naturally. Our opponent says GG's, GG's opponent, GG's. And just like that, we're 2-0. Pretty sweet. Empty the Warrens. You love to see it. Black Belcher memes, all that good stuff. Round 3 coming up. Looking to make playing your favorite combo deck much easier? Look no further than the Epic Storm Mini Token Combo Pack, which is available at theepicstorm.com/shop for $14.99. This combo token pack comes with 84 double-sided tokens. That includes our classic Storm and mana tokens, as well as fan favorites such as Goblins, Squirrels, and Slime Time Live. But that's not all. We've expanded this token pack to cover a variety of formats with new tokens. Stop on by theepicstorm.com/shop and make an easy decision to elevate your combo game. We are back for the third match. I'm going to keep this hand. I have no clue what our opponent's playing. I'm just going to kind of go with it. Okay, so they're playing the G hash Urza Echo deck. Not a good matchup for me. Let's fire off this Brainstorm immediately. We don't get Hull Breachered. Definitely putting back at least 1 land here. Try putting back 2, I guess. Grab Underground Sea, Chrome Mox, imprint the Rite of Flame, Wishclaw. This is a very bad matchup for us. Like, they have Karn, Force of Will, Hull Breacher. Like, it's a nightmare. They cast Force of Will, pitching Echo of Aeons. Sure. Bobble them now, because if I wait until their upkeep to do it, they could play a Hull Breacher, then they get to steal my Bobble draw. So we'll draw off this right now. We draw Brainstorm. So a card that once again plays in a Hull Breacher. Hermit, okay. Draw, they have 3 in hand. Let's try to resolve this right now. Resolves, okay. See if I can get them to counterspell this Burning Wish. If I try to get them to counterspell the Burning Wish, it actually sets me back a turn. Alright, so I'll put Wish and then Ritual. Play Burning Wish. And that resolves. I think we grab Thoughtseize as the turn. And if you haven't seen this deck before, here it is. 2 Hermit, 4 Hullbreacher, 3 Narset, 4 Karn, 4 Days Undoing, 6 main deck force effects, 4 Echoes, a whole bunch of artifacts, a whole bunch of soul lands. In the sideboard, they have Veil of Summer, so those Grapeshots can help us out. Chokes, more forces. Like, it's just a nightmare. So this is going to be a tough one for us. Land number 3, 4 total mana. Narset. They have 2 in hand. Play Wishclaw. Looks like they're going to try to use Hermit. I will Veil of Summer. So the Hermit will not counter my Wishclaw. Pass the turn. So I do know that I have an Echo on top of my deck that's rather stinky. And I'm 1 mana short of being able to Echo of Aeons. They use Narset. The problem is if I pass the turn, they find Needle. So now they have Needle for my Wishclaw. That stinks. They found it with Narset instead of with their Urza Saga. Yep. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Draw. Thoughtseize. Sitting with an Ottawara in hand. I'm just dead to the constructs here. I'm going to pick it up and go to game 2. Just brutal. Alright, so what do? We definitely want Abrupt Decay for Hull Breachers and stuff like that. We want Chain of Reaper for Karn. So we know that they're a 4 Hull Breacher, 3 Narset deck. I think you just take out the cards that say draw a card on them. So take out the Brainstorms, take out the Echo. I know it seems crazy, but why play into their strength? Really? So instead, I'm just going to bring in this extra relay, bring in some answers, and I think that this is the game plan. Looking at the deck list, there's no Chalice of the Void in here, so we don't have to worry about that. But in fact, there's not really anything to crash other than Needle, so I'm not going to board in Needle. Or I'm not going to board in Crash for Needle. Hit submit. I know it's crazy. We're boarding out Brainstorm. People are going to watch this video and assume that I'm an idiot, but this plan is coherent. We're looking to cast Galvanic Relay and exploit that in a matchup where our opponent punishes us for our cards that draw cards. So just don't put yourself in those risky situations. We're on the play. I mean, this hand is good. They have 8 forces post board. Keep. Alright, they've kept 7. We will start this game off by fetching. And there's almost no reason to grab Underground Sea here because you only have 2 blue cards in your deck, so we're just going to grab Badlands. Dark Ritual. Wishclaw, Talisman. By playing Wishclaw first, we get to find out if we want to continue to play artifacts or not, because my plan here is to cast Galvanic Relay. From is 5. From 6. Alright, and now we will tap this for a red just in case. Add triple red. Activate the Wishclaw. We're just looking to create card advantage, so that's what we're going to do here. Bobble them. They have a Chromox on top. Galvanic Relay. Chromox. Whole bunch of zeros so far. Nothing too good. Ew. Alright, pass. That could have been better. Maybe I wasn't supposed to bobble them, because now if they Echo of Aeons, I don't have this land. That said, I do have a land over here in exile. Ancient Tomb. Give them an artifact for Opal. How lovely. Come on, just cast Echo of Aeons. You don't need to play a Hull Breacher or Narset first. Throw Mox. And Prince Narset. 4 cards. They're activating the Wish Claw. They didn't tap their Opal. It's worth noting. 1 colorless and pool. Needle. Okay. That shuts off both my Wish Claws. It's sort of a bummer. Another relay. That was a good one. Come on, Duck. Fetch. Grab Bayou. Play Bobble. Rite of Flame. Opal. Chromox. No. Chromox. Okay. No. And I have enough here where I can also play Wishclaw Talisman into Relay. Relay for 7. I won't lie, that was an amazing draw step we had there. We flip Abrupt Decay, another Galvanic Relay, Lion's Eye Diamond. This is looking really good. Veil of Summer, Rite of Flame, Lotus Petal. They have 5 in hand. Our opponent tanked for 2 minutes and cast Karn the Great Creator. Yeah, that sucks. My least favorite Magic card of all time. Ay, ay, ay. Come on, Chain of Vapor off the top rope. Oh, that's my fault. I was supposed to draw a card. I was so frustrated with them playing Karn, I didn't sack my Bobble. That's my own fault. Every time someone plays that card, I tilt. I can't stand it. This is a trash card. We did not draw the Chain of Vapor. I mean, I reduced my possible out, so it's really my own fault. I have no one else to blame. Fetch. Grab a blue source in case we do find it. Lotus Petal. Lion's Eye Diamond. Probably just dead. Yeah, they have 6 mana. So, and I didn't board and crash for Lattice. This is a good old-fashioned GG. Actually, I can decay one of their artifacts. Okay, I guess that's the play here. Decay the Chromox. And hope that shuts them off Lattice. Relay for 5. Burning Wish. Veil of Summer, Dark Ritual, Burning Wish. So I don't have... Oh, I have the Misty in hand. So in theory, I could Grapeshot the Karn on my turn. Oh, they just have an untapped Soul Land. Okay, so they have Lattice anyway. Life is meaningless. Yep. And that's the game. So one of the cool things about... I mean, it's not really cool that this happens to you. But if you were smart enough to board and crash... And here's Chain of Vapor that I can't cast. Lovely. If you were smart enough to board and crash... You can actually kill the Karn with crash. We got down to 26 cards in library, and because of my own misplay with the Bobble, I cut myself off the possible out of drawing this a turn earlier. It's frustrating. I can't cast any of this stuff due to Karn Lattice, so I'm going to pick it up. But this was a tough loss. Not that we were likely to win Game 3 anyway against the 8-Force Karn the Great Creator deck. But yikes, this was a tough one. 2-1. If you're still watching, make sure to give this video a like, comment, and subscribe. While you're near the description, here's a reminder to use our affiliate links if you're going to make a purchase from Amazon, Card Hoarder, or TCG Player. Just above those affiliate links, you'll find our social channels. Make sure to join those to connect with us. We are looking to bounce back after that brutal loss. No clue what our opponent's playing. I think that this hand is, like, it's fine. It's just a little bit clunky. I hope it doesn't bite me in the tush. Bayou past the turn. Island, okay. Delver secret, so blue-red. Draw. Burning Wish. I'm just going to jam one of these out. I mean, even if I didn't draw this Burning Wish, I was going to make this play regardless. I'm just trying to get a Galvanic Relay from the sideboard. Resolves. Let's expand this. Grab that Relay. Pass the turn. Alright, Delver triggers. Brainstorm. So they're going for the aggressive play here. They're going to manually flip their Delver, and they do so revealing Expressive Iteration. Wasteland here is pretty tough. Yeah. Ouch. I'm going to go to 17. Take a draw. Another Wish Claw. I feel like I'm pressured here to cast this Brainstorm, unfortunately. Cast it. From 2. That's not good. Put these two on top. I mean, I have to pray that for some reason our opponent doesn't have a Daze or Force of Will here. Rite of Flame. They just let it go. Fine, I'll take it. Relay for 5. We know that the top 2 are Wish Claws that I can't use. Okay, so we cleared our Brainstorm, Veil of Summer, Volcanic Island, Bobble. That could have been better. Misty Rainforest. Volcanic Island into the Expressive Iteration. I need mana. Like, I am choked on mana very badly here. Murktide Regent enters the exile zone. They attack. I go to 14. Come on, duck. There we go. Okay. Bobble. Bobble resolves. We will cast this Veil of Summer. That resolved. Okay. So now we are just going to spin the wheel. I don't think that it's worth casting the Brainstorm here. Okay, let's spin. I've played my land for turn. Storm 4. And I cannot cast these Wish Claws unless I get a miraculous Brainstorm here. Come on, deck 5. Nope. That actually hurt quite a bit. So we have to pass the turn exiling 2 Wish Claws. So now our deck is actually pretty thin on action. We'll take 3 going to 11. Brainstorm. Sure. I don't really care about the land destruction at this point. I mean, we're drawing a land and I have 1 to fetch too. Ponder. They shuffled. Bobble. They'll see that I have a land on top. We should play that land. They're back at 7. Alright, so we're going to play Scalding Tarn. Pass the turn. Another Ponder. They did not shuffle this time. Misty Rainforest. Red, red. So they can put me to 8 here. Channeler, okay. Brainstorm, sure. They mill a Pyroblast. I have to assume that I'm dead next turn. Like, they have to have a Lightning Bolt somewhere. So we're going to fetch, going to 7. Grab Badlands. Bobble them. Murktide. Okay, so I get 2 draws here. Bobble draw. Okay, that was very much needed. Draw. I don't know if I can say the same about that Brainstorm. Rite of Flame. Rite of Flame. They have 6 in hand. Try the Burning Wish. Storm 3. Forcible pitching Murktide. I'm going to attempt to Veil of Summer. They have 4 in hand. And another Force. So this is why I didn't play Dark Ritual, because if I knew if this happened, I'd have the Miracle Brainstorm to potentially save me. Okay, so now we're all in on this Brainstorm. From 7, cast it. Days. I will pay for days. Okay, from 8. So I can Grapeshot their board here. Is that really what I want to be doing, though? And then I'd have 2 blanks on top of my deck. From 8. I need the Rite of Flame. So if I put back like Opal Dark Ritual, I can Burning Wish, play around another days, but I can't Tendrils. Relay means I'm dead, so it has to be Grapeshot. Empty doesn't block. Play a Chromox. Imprint this Dark Ritual. Rite of Flame makes 4 red. Burning Wish Storm 11. And they had another days. Wow. Okay, so they have 2 lands in their hand. That's actually good to know. Because now that means that we're both drawing off the top. We're going to grab Grapeshot here. Target them. From 13. Slide this down a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and then the rest at them. Okay. They have 2 volcanic islands in their hand. And I have a Dark Ritual and a Mox Opal as my next 2 draw steps. They Lightning Bolt me, I'm at 3. Pass. They play an island. Maybe this was the other land they picked up and I just didn't notice. Actually, I know that it was, because I remember seeing the time spiral symbol. They have 1 Lightning Bolt left in their deck. They play a Ponder. Also, like, one of their creatures kills me here, so I hope they don't find any creatures. What am I hoping that they find? They did not shuffle. Is this a Murktide? Expressive. They play a Scalding Tarn. Draw. So if they have Mystic Sanctuary, I'm dead. Because that gets Lightning Bolt. Is it possible to win from 3 life here? I mean, I've used 2 Brainstorms, so it would have to be like LED Burning Wish or LED Wishclaw. I think I'm supposed to leave the Underground Sea untapped. Ad Nauseam's from 2. From 3 life. And they had Force of Will. Ah, that's no fun. Okay, I'm pretty sure I'm just dead to Mystic Sanctuary. Yep. Always had it. That was a pretty sweet game, though, especially considering how far behind I felt in the beginning. Let's see if we can make a comeback in the post-board games. Bring in the decays. Come on. There we go. Why is it being like this? It's so tough to click right now. Galvanic Relay. Want to take out the Ad Nauseam. That's not a card we're interested in here. And then shave one of each Mox. Game number 2, we are on the play. Sure. Keep. Play Underground Sea past the turn. No need to play out the Bauble yet. Island. Delver. So sometimes our opponent keeps hands that are just like Ponder, Posturing, you know, that sort of thing. I want to give myself the opportunity to potentially draw into something like Galvanic Relay and then get more value out of my Bauble than just trying to cycle it immediately. Delver, once again, they do the upkeep Brainstorm. Okay, so Delver will trigger Ponder. Once again, the Wasteland, this is looking familiar. They go after my red source. Ouch. 17. Draw for turn. Okay. Alright, I feel pressured to now play this. Look at their top card. Volcanic. Just pass the turn here. Draw off the Bauble. The Chicken Tenders. They ponder once again. We know that they have a Volcanic in hand. They play it. And now they're attacking for 3. I'll go to 14. Draw. Land was very good there. So now we can choose if we want to decay the Insectile Aberration or potentially a counterbalance for Maddening Hex. So now if they have the Hex, they can play it. We're going to take 3. Go to 11. Expressive Iteration. Lightning Bolt. They left and bolt against me. I'm at 8. I think I'm going to fire off this Abrupt Decay. I'm just too low on life. If they like baited a Maddening Hex for a turn, props to them. But I can't afford to take another Delver hit. They're at 19. So if I let on Veil, I think I'm still coming up short. I hope I draw a spell that's easy to cast next turn. We might be able to like bait and switch them with the Tendrils. Brainstorm. Blue. This looks like a Murktide Regent. And it is. That's lethal. We have to go for it. Draw. We needed a spell. Is this a surgical? Please be a surgical. They did not. I'm at 6. I mean, it seems like they have surgical here and they're just not casting it. Rite of Flame. Dark Ritual. Veil of Summer. Firm 3. Force pitching Murktide. It's not going to be good enough. Lotus Petal. Come on, surgical me. Opal. From Mox. Drawing the Misty for turn was very bad for me. That said, they had Force of Negation and not Will, so it wouldn't have mattered anyway. But just drawing something else would have been much better. Okay. So they're going to go to 3 with 4 cards in hand. I don't see myself winning this. Channeler. Expressive Iteration, yeah. Wasteland. Sure. We're taking a hit for 8, and the next turn we're taking 11. So it's not quite lethal. Draw. Have to pass the turn. Even if I drew a Burning Wish, this Dark Ritual does not represent lethal. Actually, that's not true. That's not quite true. Doesn't matter anyway. Yikes. Okay, well, I guess we went 0-2 against Delver. I don't feel like these games were really indicative of the matchup personally, but a loss is a loss. It's in the scorebooks. We're 2-2, one match left to go. With Card Hoarder, renting your favorite combo deck has never been easier. There isn't a more affordable solution for Magic Online. Want to play the deck in this video? Check out the pinned comment below to easily rent the deck from Card Hoarder. Did you know you can rent the Epic Storm from Card Hoarder for as little as 7 tickets a week? We've made it simple to do so by including a button to rent the entire deck at theepicstorm.com/decklist. Round 5 on the play. Keep. All right, we're just going to lead off with Bloodstained Mire. Pass the turn. Okay, so it's Death and Taxes by the looks of it. Oh, it's Hammer. Okay. I still think I'm going to fire off an end-step Brainstorm here, see if I can put together a win. The Hammer deck has been known to play main deck Canonist, and I'm not looking forward to potentially giving them an extra turn. Hammer of Nosden. Okay. I'm familiar with this card from playing Godo and CDH. Whenever Hammer or another equipment comes in, attach it automatically to another creature. So this might mean that they have a hammer in hand already. Colossus Hammer, that is, not Hammer of Nosden. Alright, grab the Underground Sea. Cast this Brainstorm. Okay. This should be an Ad Nauseam. I'm going to keep Galvanic Relay and put back the Burning Wish. The reason why is it's 1 less damage off of Ad Nauseam. Alright, fetch. 18 life. Grab Taiga. Rite of Flame. Dark Ritual. Dark Ritual. Lotus Petal. Wish Claw Talisman. Activate the Wish Claw. Ad Nauseam, and we will put it on the stack. From 6. Opal, hit that 3 key a bunch. Believe we already have it. Lines at Diamond, Burning Wish, Dark Ritual. We'll stop at the other Burning Wish. Easy peasy. Opal. Tap it for black, Dark Ritual, and let's cut to the case, or I can't talk right now. Cut to the chase. Tendrils of Agony. My second video of the day. I'm getting a little tired. Alright, so that is game 1 of match 5. I think we just do the board plan that we've been doing, which is take out the relays, take out the veils, because we're pretty much pre-boarded against blue, and then bring in the chains, bring in the crashes, and the decays. Game number 2. So we have a pretty exciting hand here. We're a single mana away from potentially a Peer into the Abyss. Actually, no, that's not true. It would be an Echo, but I'm still going to keep this. Also, if we drew a land, I could add Nauseam. Well, it'd have to be a black producing land, but you get the idea. Crocus, Esper Sentinel, Mox Opal. Come on, deck, please. Mox Opal would also do it, actually. Crash. Crash is a red card that imprints to Chrome Mox. Okay, we're going to spin some wheels here. May I have a Rite of Flame? Burning Wish. Yes. Go grab this Echo. Lion's Eye Diamond. Lion's Eye Diamond. Bobble. Blue. Black. Spin the wheel. From 7. Looks like we're going to go again. I can actually hardcast the Echo this time. Diamond, Storm 11. Let's fetch. Underground Sea. Tap it for blue. We're going to hold control. Try casting this again. And I'm going to add 3 blue. Storm 12. Echo of Aeons. Wow, we still have not hit a payoff. Okay, we're going to the moon. Mox Opal. Diamond. I feel like we're playing the Epic Gamble right now. Okay. We will flashback Echo. Storm 19. We finally found a payoff. It happened. Bobble. Diamond. Tap this for a black. Opal. Keep the new one. Wishclaw Talisman. Tap this. I mean, it seems silly, but I'm going to try to play around Mindbreak Trap here. And to do that, I'm going to cast Ad Nauseam. Black. Red. And that's good enough. Resolves, okay. Red 11. I believe both Echoes are in exile. They are. 7. Okay, we're at 6. 5. We'll stop at 4. Dark Ritual. Dark Ritual. Rite of Flame. Burning Wish. From 28. And at this point, we might as well finish this league with a Grapeshot, am I right? Target you. And the opponent concedes. So we got the Pity Chest. Exactly what we're looking for in a Legacy League to get that Pity Trophy. Or Pity Chest, whatever you want to call it. Open it up, see if we get anything good. Ice Fang Coatl. That's actually a playable card. I don't know what Tome of the Legends is, but it's not playable. So, 13.3, I thought it felt pretty good. I don't think the carpets actually mattered against the Delver deck. Like, Rite of Flame was still fine, and I don't think we lost that game because we needed longer lasting mana. I think we just, like, didn't hit what we needed, unfortunately. The Crash was a red card, which imprinted, which was kind of funny. That was pretty sweet. Let me know what you think. We didn't really get to use Crash in its intended purpose, but I still think it's here to stay at least for a little bit with the Rise of Moon Stompy. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Keep storming. Hey, Bryant Cook here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, but also follow the social media channels down below. If you want to support this content directly, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/shop. And if you need a little bit of assistance with the Epic Storm to get to that next level, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/tutoring. Don't worry, there's more great content coming right up.